Data centers store information and power automation. Our modern lives rely on them to stay switched on.
Here at Eland Cabos, our data center experts understand that cables are mission critical. Specification and requirements are our starting point, but understanding how and where they're used is at the heart of what we do.
You need to be sure that your cables perform as planned. That's why we carry out a rigorous series of tests that reflect the realities of data center operations. Take medium voltage cables that distribute power from grid to site. Our specialist MV facility tests to make sure the cables have the electrical integrity they need. It means you avoid the risk of installing, and then having to replace, long runs with microscopic faults that can impede performance. Have you thought about how exposure to sunlight can impact a cable's performance?
We use the UV machine to accelerate exposed conditions such as sunlight and UV radiation. So if you're building a data center and some of the cables are installed externally before coming into a building, you want to know that that cable that you've got exposed to sunlight is UV resistant.
The laboratory is about more than just looking at standards and regulatory compliance. It's about looking at whether or not the cables strip easily, testing for that strippability, testing to see whether or not the dimensional requirements will calibrate with the terminations. It's about doing everything we can to make sure that when it arrives on site for a customer, it's as quick and easy to be able to install and put into their project.
Our industry technical experts support you through the complexity of sourcing the right cables, navigating the standards and regulations that vary across different regions, and balancing the practical and changing requirements of a data center project. Eland Cabos, a tailored service on a global scale.